Yeah, hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today I'll be starting a new series to learn Python and doing the hands-on side by side. So there are many things we have in Python. Okay, and you will find already playlist available over YouTube like Python tutorial for beginners. Like you can understand what and all functions we will be having in Python. These and all will be available already over YouTube and in some other websites. What we will be doing is we will be kind of learning the function which is necessary to complete any problem, and we will be doing our hands-on in the lead code. So let's say in lead code, as we know, like there are multiple problems available for which we can do the hands-on for Python to just to understand the problem statement, to understand how we need to think, what and all functions we need to use, like inbuilt function. There are so many inbuilt functions we can use in Python, which will be really helpful for us to do the problems, to solve the problems, basically to write the code. And there are many supportive I would say resources available from which we can refer. Let's say this is one of it, like Geeks for Geeks are generally my go-to places wherein I understand what type of function, like what this function need, what kind of argument it needs, and how can we do this problem basically. So here, this is just like how to start a complete roadmap kind of to learn Python. What are the important topics are there? Like what and all you need to learn. First thing is like you need, if you're familiar with any of the programming language, let's say C, C++, Java, then it will be easy for you to start Python. It's just the syntax that needs to be you need to learn first, and then the basics. So basics is like we have for loop, while loop, do while loop, all of these, then exceptional handling that we have, then different modules, input, typecasting, strings, different type of data types available. And then if you're familiar with Java, then you must be familiar with the OOPS concepts. So object-oriented programming, list function, dictionaries we have, the list comprehension, string formatting, the lambdas, list dictionaries, tuples, all of it are there. And then if your main focus is for the web development, so there are like many frameworks available for web applications in Python. For example, like we have Django, we have Flask, these Bottle, Tornado, but mostly I've heard of Django and Flask. So these are the like main ones I would say. And then there are, my main focus will be on these for data analysis, kind of like for NumPy, Pandas, Seaborn, and then Matplotlib. So these Seaborn and Matplotlib generally we have for the data visualization using Python, and NumPy is generally to calculate, let's say, number calculations which we can perform over the array object. So this is how we can make use of NumPy and Pandas just to manipulate anything that we need to make. Let's say if we need to do anything, any complex and simplify it, we can manipulate that using this library of Python. And then this is where we have, let's say, like I would just go over briefly what and all you need to know if you are new to the Python. So first start with learning the basics. Basics is learning the syntax, and the syntax, how we need to use what and all functions, how we need to use a colon, how we need to give the spaces, all of that will come under the syntax. And then different, how to declare the variables, what and all data types are available, then conditions and loops. These are generally the basics. If you're familiar with any of the programming language, then it will be easy for you to understand all of it. In a similar way, we have the typecasting, right? If we need to change from one data type to another data type, how we can use the cast functions. And then exceptions we have, right, to handle the error. Let's say if any error is a, let's say, division zero error we have, how can we remove that error, and say, like how can we remove that error, what and all we need to do in order to handle that error. And then we have built-in function, then lists, tuples, sets, dictionaries, unique, like all of these will be necessary to understand. Like the problem statement will be like, we like if they don't want a duplicate, then we need to see what and all contains the unique element, whether it's a list, tuple, sets. So all of these are kind of necessary. Then we have DSA. This is important. First, our target will be like learn the basics. Once we have the good understanding of this, then we will be doing the DSA, data structures and algorithm. Under this comes a lot of things like arrays, linked list, hash tables, heaps, text queues. Then there are algorithms, sorting algorithm, searching algorithm, recursion. All of these will come. So this is later on. First, start with learning the basics. Once you have the understanding, then you can move on to the this DSA part. And if you want, like if you want to take good, really good hands-on, like there are different, what are the packages, like all of this you can see. Then classes, inheritance, all of these you can try like make the use of these functions available and kind of start learning all of these. Okay, but to be honest, like that this part where well, like where I'll be more into detailing is these for data analysis part. Well, like we will be doing some projects as well later on. Once we have a good understanding, then we will be doing the projects for the data analysis part. What and all the interviewer expects you to learn, whatever like what kind of operations or functions the interviewer might ask you in the interviews. So these will be our main focus. So I would say NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and Seaborn. These four will be the main things. Once we have the good understanding of how to write the function, what and all syntax we have, what and all built-in functions available, and once we have that, then we can learn side by side. Uh, Apart from this, yeah, and we everything is already available over YouTube. So if you want to learn or if you want to understand any function or anything or any question, I would say what kind of different available, like it's everything is already there. So I'll not be like spending more time on explaining things. What I'll be doing is I'll be kind of writing the code and explaining you the what and all functions is doing, what and all functions we are using. All of this will be covering over here. So let me know your thoughts in comment. This is how I'm planning. So I'll be starting like every day. I'll try to make one or two videos so that we'll be consistent with it, and we will be hopefully will be learning as well as doing the hands-on, and we will be interview ready by end of this series. Let me know your thoughts in comments. Thank you. Bye.